That is not the purpose of politics. Politics is meant to unite us. Diversity is natural. There's nothing you can do about it. That is creation. And that is the spice of life. How come we are using that to divide ourselves? Please, let the report flow. We need to legislate. Our friends just passed their law in Uganda. We may not go the way they have gone, because our constitution is very clear as to the direction we should move. And so we'll be guided by that. Because if we pass any law against the constitution, it's unconstitutional. So we have to do that. And so what are you afraid of? If you have the whole people behind you, if God is with you, who can be against you?
My name is PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV, dear, I see them, yopo.
Atiefo yema obi biara kwaba eba PENDREAM TV. So PENDREAM TV dear onim say edam yopo. Speaker of Parliament Right Reverend Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagben Ato Ensembe Amane Kamala Harris and President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Na mepesa obejibre na wati ensema Speaker ankasa kachre President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and afinso Kamala Harris. Na answer na bekono sa subscribe to channel na subscribe to channel no se na be beka PENDREAM TV abushako no e ba na sa na the video for tuma you get notified na wanya akwanya atie ensema ekoso ewo Ghana. Ewiase mu se ka countries omoye super powerful in the world a yentimi nyi China emfrim yentimi nyi Russia emfrim afinso United States of America so yentimi enyi omomfrim. Now gradually China and Russia is taking over Africa from United States of America and other Western countries. Now, see you na yabekaya na Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo omoko meeting bi with the United States of America. Na oko complain chere Anthony Blinken say Russia the omo missionaries bi aye from the Wagner group omo abegu Burkina Faso a threat to Ghana security. They can say the Wagner group are a private military group in Russia. Omo founder and friend of Afghan president. Now this Wagner group omo supported Russia the ongoing war in Russia Ukraine war. So follow war na obete a lot of stories about the Wagner group. China and Russia taking over Africa abe headache ama the United States of America and intino Kamala Harris aba tour in Africa countries are obe visiting bi Ghana, Tanzania and afinso no Zambia. Kamala Harris ebe PM Ghana ode na nonsem etu dwa no. O chere say obe support Ghana and other African countries with some amount of money say na be ombe combat terrorism ne afinso no enkofo bi a omayi omotiri wa bibrem ha omodi atuturasem ewo Africa ha. Ena afinso no Odin Sembe Toja Efa LGBTQ plus I raise a lot of concern over the internet and also the media platforms in Ghana. And now I'm a Speaker of Parliament. I reacted to Nsema Kamala Harris Edituja. Now Yensemre no Jebre Nati Nsema Speaker Ediatuja.
I was so happy when I read that Pope Francis directed that no Reverend Father should celebrate over a gay or lesbian marriage. And I said, Roma locuta complete, causa finita. Yes, Rome has spoken and the matter is ended. So please, committee members that will refer the bill to, we want the report. Don't be intimidated by any person. I made this statement when I was a member of the European Parliament, European ACP Parliament in Brussels. Now we have two of our members who happen to be leading our committee, Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, who are handling the bill. And since we referred it to them up to date, we have not heard anything. I've reminded him many times on the floor of the House. What are the challenges you are meeting? Report to us. If you take action against them, say, oh, because I'm MPP. That's why he's taking action against me. Ah, I'm NDC. Because he's taking action against me. Because he's not in my party. That kind of division, that is not the purpose of politics. Politics is meant to unite us. Diversity is natural. There's nothing you can do about it. That is creation. And that is the spice of life. How come we are using that to divide ourselves? Please, let the report flow. We need to legislate. Our friends just passed their law in Uganda. We may not go the way they have gone, because our constitution is very clear as to the direction we should move. And so we'll be guided by that. Because if we pass any law against the constitution, it's unconstitutional. So we have to do that. And so what are you afraid of? If you have the whole people behind you, if God is with you, who can be against you? And if God says, please go into the wilderness, multiply and fill the world, that is God giving you that command. If somebody says, please don't multiply, how can that person be strong? I don't only speak this way in Ghana. Even at the last meeting we attended in IPU at Bahrain, anybody who listened to my speech, there were sentences on this matter. Luckily, maybe because it's a Muslim country, they applauded me. If it's somewhere else, they will be asking questions. As the Vice President just did, is it yesterday? I mean, these things should not be tolerated. That is undemocratic. What is democracy? That somebody else will have to dictate to me as to what is good and what is bad? Unheard of. Because we have decided to devalue ourselves and go a-begging. Come on. We have more than enough. God has created more than enough for every person. It's just because you are looking at somebody else's share, not yours. We have enough in the world. The bill will be passed. This is the word to His Excellency the President. There is no way he can intervene. That answer he gave. That is now before Parliament. And when he gets to a stage that he will come in. Hey, please. This is legislation. This is not execution. Wait until we pass it and then we direct you to execute it. That is why you come in. That is why we are representatives of the people. So in terms of law, which is part of policy, we finalize it. And then the executive now have the authority to implement it, to execute it. Let's get this clear. Once this bill is before here, he is not in charge. I am in charge. I hope the U.S. Vice President is not yet gone, but she will read from me.
Ativo and Sema Speaker of Parliament Ediatu Ejanio. Now one of the revolutionists, Ekan Assembly, also he who feeds you, controls you. Abro asa say yesika, and so abro yesika, aju okwamanone. Sauba abibremu hana, we have almost all the natural resources. You can name them: the gold, the bauxite, the diamond, the timber, lithium, a whole lot of resources, but here sika I just say amanane and come say our economy no depend mostly on foreign countries, especially these western countries and China ne other countries. And into so omobaha and then say ye kopebo say everyone what they want and omobe impose it on your country. You see, sometimes you sit back and be someone say, are these people really helping us? That is the first question you are supposed to ask yourself. What has LGBTQ plus got to do with the development in Ghana? Ghana here other development, ne other aid. That is what we need now. Yeah, economy now is struggling. Economy into mean Jinan and I so. I think so no youth Ghana enya ejumanye and a whole other problems I Ghana ye face. He said this woman will talk about something like that, of what they know almost all the challenges Ghana is going through. But this woman is not talking about what raising about LGBTQ plus. May imagine you could see say in Africa we are allowed to marry more than one. We can have about 10, 15, 8 children. That is Africa population will overtake some of the Western countries in the near future, and therefore they will impose us on what? Certain measures. They will impose certain measures as time goes on. Your population shrink in future, and we wouldn't overtake them. But this is more or less like educated people now can also move or more dream no more rejecting all this issue. They will be there tolerating all this nonsense, all this bullshit, and all this unnecessary comments. That is what they will be talking about, instead of them thinking of acquiring a first way to yakaya yadi acquiring a first way free SHSE, a better one, acquiring a first way implement one district, one factory, acquiring a first restore other. Acquire first build the factories and employ more graduates to reduce unemployed rate in Ghana. They wouldn't be talking about that. You see, say LGBTQ plus and wasting time on media platforms and other stations in Ghana. As Chief and Sema Speaker of Parliament Eda Tujanyo were reactive to Kamala Harris and Sembia or the Tuja Neba Oba are reactive to Atifo and Sema Speaker of Parliament Eda Tujanyo were reacted to Kamala Harris ne ba Ghana and Sembia or the Betuja ne other policies bia opese Ghana for year implemented. PENDREAM TV. So subscribe to channel now, now click the notification bell no so when I send the video for tuma we notifications here the video for atum now so when akwanya atibi we are no share